Now, I was working on a video earlier about ranking every sprite, and I said the king sprite would be really good for competitive, and no, sprites are not allowed in competitive. So let me adjust this ranking real quick. You go down to F. And I was completely wrong in that video, and now it's deleted most likely. And I got a new idea. What if sprites were allowed in competitive? I'll be going over the good sprites, so stuff like the punk sprite will not be on here. I swear, that's the most useless thing of all time. I never run out of ammo for anything except for maybe ARs sometimes. But let me know what you guys think. And the old sprites will not be included. Those are kinda useless anyways, and were allowed in competitive. Also, I will assume all the competitive players will have the sprites at max level to give their best abilities, cause they're losers with no lives. Oh, I make content on SML on Fortnite. And I'm not any better, am I? Anyways, I'm gonna start off with an Earth sprite. It might not seem that good at first because it gives a higher chance for rare items, but when opening a chest at max level, there's a 20% chance to find rare items, and some of these include the Limitless 7 sliders, Epic Vault Keycard, the Vault Key, Business Turret, and Pulse Scanner. This would allow for crazy loot drops and faster games with more W keying because of a better loot, and I forgot to mention, but could also give you extra mats, sometimes allowing for way more mats in early game. So Earth Sprite would actually be one of the best in competitive, but in the normal games, people don't give as much credit due to them not opening that many chests compared to competitive players, or noticing the difference. The Limitless 7 sliders are crazy for mobility, as they don't run out, and this sprite gives you a 20% chance to find them. Pretty underrated in my opinion. Next we have the Ghost Sprite. When you reload, you turn invisible, and at max level, you're invisible for 5 seconds. For rotates in the final zones, this would be crazy. The visual audio doesn't differentiate layers of builds, and the invisibility is actually one of the better ones. So you can just run through builds or build yourself while being invisible. I think the Ghost Sprite would be too OP for competitive, honestly, and not even including the final zones. You can just hide in builds during box fights and just wait for the opponent to make a wrong move and pump them. You can also crouch in the final zones to get past everything without being seen. Now you might be saying, hey, invisibility in Fortnite is bad, but the Ghost Sprite is actually good sometimes. I can't see people using this sprite. Let's just say people shoot and I go to them when they sit in the back of a box invisible. The Ghost Sprite was at the top of the original video with no competitive, and it gets even better in competitive with hiding and rotating. Now for the one that inspired this video, the King Sprite. At max level, your pickaxe does 125 damage and crits do 250. Now the walls have set values in Fortnite that they start at, and wood, stone, and metal can be one-shot while they were just building, allowing for phasing through walls or pressuring mats. I put this at the top of the original ranking list, originally, cough cough, and for a good reason. The utility and in battles is crazy, allowing for people to just swing through any builds. This can also be used outside to farm mats quicker, and some showing as the pickaxe does 85 damage to players, allowing for 3 types of a pickaxe to kill, which is really funny, but not practical in any situation. Finally, we have the Fire Sprite. Let me start this off by saying, oh my god, this thing is awful. For normal play, whenever I kill someone and try to get their loot, I take at least 60 damage from the fire. At first I thought I did extra damage, like you do 60 damage when it does 15 damage instantly, but no, we have this annoying fire mechanic that is never good unless you're in competitive, and this video is about competitive, right? So Storm Surge bases are very, very hard to counter. You either shoot them down or shoot the person pinking, but they have the high ground. But with Fire Sprite maxed out, you can do little damage and force people out with fire spreading, if fire wasn't competitive too. Plus it can help you with box flying and igniting boxes on fire. I personally think this is a change from competitive from casual is crazy. Here making an F tier sprite harming you constantly go on to a meta item most players would run in S tier. Honestly, most of the sprites are really good, but not the punk sprite. You can stay in F tier with a non-competitive king sprite. Way too rare for what it does. I might make a part 2 since there's going to be 5 new sprites tomorrow with abilities such as mantling gives you an overdrive effect. People who hit you get marked, which is super crazy. Comment if you guys like that, and with that being said, subscribe and like. Bye.